Welcome to action from the 2016 Big Dog Dart Tournament. This is an American-style darting event. It is a singles competition and there are no handicaps. This match takes place in the one-loss bracket and features Joe Haganey taking on Jason Kroh. Players shoot the cork to determine the shooting order for the game. Joe's first mark is just outside the red, and Jason hits the ball. He chooses to shoot hammer. Joe's first dart trip. Second dart trip, it looks like he is dialed in. Third dart, wide right, 6 points for Joe to lead off the top of the first. Jason's first dart trip. Second dart trip, this looks familiar. Lands his third dart, starts off the game with the white horse. 5 out of 6 darts, trips for these guys. Joe comes back with a single, a triple, and a red to put up 6 in the top of the second. Jason goes red, red, and he sneaks a trip under there. So 7 points for Jason in the bottom of the second. He extends his lead. Joe's first dart is wide right, missing points, comes back with a trip, and using that dart, lands a red right on top of it. 5 for him. Jason starts off with a red. Trip gives him something to aim at, landing a 7, or in this case, an 8. Jason goes 9, 7, 8 for 24 points in the first 3 innings, building himself a lead. Joe puts up 17 points in the first 3 innings. That would put him on a pace for a 51 game. I don't think that Jason's going to be holding on to his pace because that would put him at a 72. But he comes out, first dart trip in the 4th inning. He misses with his second dart, fills in a red, gives him 5 for the inning. He's built himself an 11-point lead heading into the top of the 5th. Single, triple, single, Joe puts up 5. First dart trip again for Jason. Second dart red. And he misses his third dart, but it's by the slimmest of margins. Players trade 5s in the 5th. First dart single, Joe moves to his right, comes back, lands a red with his second dart, and can he go across and go single, red, trip? 6 points for him in the 6th. Jason's first dart into the blue. Second, he catches the trip and puts up 5 with a red on his third dart. He's ahead by 10, rolling into the final stanza. First dart trip for Joe. Unfortunately, that second dart finds the wrong side of the wire, comes back, goes deep, and misses blue with his third dart. He gets 3 for the top of the 7th inning. Jason first dart red. Second dart picks up a point in the singles. Goes deep with his third dart, misses his trip, so they trade 3s in the 7th inning. Joe's first dart blue. He needed to go deep. Second dart red, going deep again. Joe misses with his third dart, so he gets 2 for the 8th inning. Jason comes and starts off with another first dart trip. Second dart trip. Fills in a red. 8 points for him in the 8th inning. That gives him 50 heading into the 9th. Joe's shooting for average. Jason takes the line, 50 points already. So we're going to have a mid-50 game here. First dart, trip. How often have we said that so far? Second dart in the red. 57 perhaps? Oh, wrong side of the wire. You can't be disappointed with a 55. Good shooting from Jason Kroh. He takes game 1 of the match, 55-39. It's been a long, hard road for both of these guys to get here. Joe survived the match earlier against Danny Snoz Snyder, where he took game 1 51-48, turned around and posted another 51 game, and this time lost 52-51. Final game of the match ended up going into extra innings. Things didn't get much easier after that. He faced Chris Keane a second time and needed 8 in the 9th to tie. He hit that and went on to win the game and eventually the match. Jason tangled with Dan Sullivan, and in game 1 of his match he needed 8 points in the 9th to earn a 1-point victory. After that, he pulled out a 1-point win in extra innings of Game 2, so he won both games in the match by a total of 2 points. Here, he starts by missing 2 of his 3 darts, but does pull a trip out, so he has 3 to start off the top of the first inning. Joe's first dart trip. Second dart kisses wide left. Third dart kisses high, so he's on target, but things are kissing out for him. 3-3. Tied going into the top of the second. Jason's first dart solid red, second dart red. Third dart picks up a point with it, so he's back in his scoring ways, getting 3 darts in. Joe's first dart, high. His second dart kisses off his first, so he's got 3 kisses and 5 darts so far. No points so far in the second inning, that stayed out as well. Solid red with his third dart, so he does pick up 2. Jason first dart trip. Second dart red, plenty of room for his third dart. He hits it, 7 points for Jason in the third. So how will Joe respond to this? By hitting a trip with his first dart, landing a red with his second, plenty of room for him as well. And he counters Jason's 7 with a 7 of his own. Game 2 starts off at a less outrageous pace. Kroh 15, Haganey 12 after the first split. Jason comes up and in the 4th inning catches 2 darts, gives him 5 points. Joe comes and counters with a first dart trip. Second dart single, chance to cut into the lead, but the third dart kicks off into the blue. 4 points for Joe. Jason first dart red in the 5th. Second dart red. Goes on top of that perfect up the ladder. 7 points for Jason in the top of the 5th, and Joe responds by landing first dart trip. Second dart red. Fills in his own 7, so this is twice this game these guys have gone 7-7, 7-7. Jason deep in the blue with his first offering at the 6th, catches a trip with his second dart. Bangs out 2 trips in the inning, 6 points for him. Joe comes back, first dart single, second dart red. Goes for the trip, slides to his right, comes back, doesn't come back quite enough, ends up with 3 for the inning. Kroh builds to his lead, 33-26. After 6, first 2 darts are reds for him in the 7th inning, and he takes the single point on top, so he walks away from the line with 5 for the 7th. Joe's first dart single, second dart trip, lands 6 for the inning, so he picks up a point. He's down 38-32 heading into the 8th, where Jason starts off with a trip. The second trip hits the red. 8 points for Jason in the 8th. Joe's got too much to catch up, so Jason shooting for average, 46, and he adds 3 to it with his first dart. He adds 3 more with his second dart. Finishes with back-to-back 8s, so he has 54 points in his second game. He has the hot hand, wins 55-39 the first time, 54-35 for the second game. He gets to move on in the 1-loss bracket. Joe's been eliminated from the tournament in 4th place. Jason will be taking on Bob Shirey, the loser of which gets 3rd place. The winner gets the opportunity to nip at the heels out of the loser's bracket at Kenny Johnson. Kenny's sitting in the catbird seat right now, so we're down to our final 3 contestants in the 2016 Big Dog Tournament.